Welcome back, guys, to episode 32 of Chapter Spring Break Edition, Loving Our Weaknesses. All right, welcome back, guys. Thank you so much for coming back. We're going to dive right in because in this channel, we are time efficient, or at least try to be. I love that thing. You know what? Because I learned that self-love has a lot to do with being time efficient. Because you understand that your time is valuable. So that's why in this channel, we are time efficient, or at least try to be. All right, let's keep it going. This episode, we are going to name it Less Control, More Flow. Now that has been passed down from my therapists to her and then to me. And maybe there was before my therapist. But I have found that 4 little words to be so beautiful and so like straight to the point. Less control, more flow, right? When it comes to decision making, right? It's tough. I meet so many different individuals that it's hard for them to make a decision. I'm talking about even what the heck they're gonna eat. And I know you probably listening, you also struggle with that. But it's like, it's tough out there. I do pride myself, and I'm a pretty quick decision maker, and I'm like, screw it, I'm going for that. Am I going to be wrong? Probably, but I'm going for it. So that's the main reason, again, why your decision making gets better is because you're working on that self-love. When you're working on that self-love, what are you doing? You're embracing every part of you, but you're also being okay with wearing you outside, out and about. What does that mean? That means that you embrace who you are. And if decision making is a tough thing for you, you also embrace that, but you also work on it. You got to trust yourself. With self-love, you are trusting yourself. When you are working towards self-love, have that self-love, the biggest thing you're gonna have is trust. Trust with yourself. That trust is amazing because you know that you don't have to be in control over everything all the time. The only thing that you really have control over, and even to an extent, is yourself. You have the control to decide, well, how do I react to this, right? Every single person has a decision to make about so many different situations they face every day, just as we are, right? Don't be afraid to trust yourself. How do you know that the decision you're making is the right one? You don't. A lot of the times we're certain this is the right thing to do, or this is okay, let's go for it. And then it turns out it wasn't. And I understand that that's what kind of makes it hard for you to trust yourself, because then you feel like, well, shoot, every time I do, it's like I picked the wrong thing. It's okay. It takes time. And the most important thing is for you to keep trying. Don't stop trying because you didn't get the results that you thought you were going to get, or you didn't get the results that you wanted, or that people told you were going to get. Don't stop making decisions. Don't stop walking forward. Do not stop. That's the main thing right here. That's why less control, more flow. What that means to me is that it can be chaotic over here. It can be crazy, but I'm not going to stop. I'm going to keep going with the flow. If I put all of my winnings or whatever, I place the bet on here. This is it. This is where I'm going to get. And then it turns out, no, that is not where you're going to get what you wanted to get. That is, go with the flow. Okay, it wasn't. It's like riding a lazy river. I don't know if you haven't gone to a lazy river, please do so. A spring is so beautiful. You're literally riding. You're just going along for the ride. And a lot of the times, that's how life is. We have control over a lot of things, right? Because I always say that you ultimately do have more control than you think. But that also means to not have that control. I hope it makes sense. It clicked for me. But we have so much control, and we can show that by not needing to have the control. Does that make sense? Am I explaining that right? Kind of like when you are a leader, majority of the time, a good leader, they don't have to tell you they're a leader. It shows. They're not out here saying, oh, I am, this, and this. Like, my title is this and this. And no. The people choose the leaders. That's kind of where I'm going with this. Just be yourself. Trust yourself. Because you're going to see that life is going to start going where it needs to go. I feel like life is always going to push. And it's going to push you to where you need to get to. But we need to also understand that ultimately, yes, we have control. But we don't need to be controlling everything, every little single thing. Just go with the flow. Trust yourself to know that you're going to make the right decision in that situation, whatever it may be. Trust yourself. Why wouldn't you trust yourself? Don't you want the best for you? Don't you want to be happy? Don't you want to be at peace? Don't you want to finally achieve or get to that place in your life where you're like, just take that breath, right? I know you want what's best for you. Otherwise, first of all, you wouldn't be hearing or listening to videos like this, right? Because why the heck? Trust yourself. I know you got this. Trust that you're going to be able to make the right decisions when the difficulties or the situation presents itself, that you have to make decisions. I know you're going to be able to. And remember, mistakes, are they really mistakes? I feel like mistakes is just a step to guide you to the right direction that you need to be going towards. It's redirection, if anything, right? All right, guys. You got this. I believe in you. I know you can do it. Keep it going, okay? No one's perfect. Be kind to yourself. No one's perfect. You got this.